In a quiet town in upstate New York, Maplewood, where everyone knew everyone, a gruesome murder shattered the peace. Rachel Green, a 35-year-old schoolteacher, was found dead in her home under mysterious circumstances. The case baffled investigators for months, with no leads, no suspects, and no clear motive. Just as the case was about to turn cold, an unexpected witness came forward, and their chilling testimony would unravel a web of deceit, lies, and long-buried secrets. The story begins on a cold winter night. Rachel Green had just returned home from her evening yoga class. Her neighbor, Mrs. Carlson, remembered seeing her cheerful as always, carrying a grocery bag and waving goodbye. However, by morning, Maplewood's peace was shattered. Rachel was found lifeless in her living room, surrounded by shattered glass and signs of a violent struggle. Detective Mark Sullivan, a seasoned investigator, took charge of the case. The lack of evidence frustrated him. There were no signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, and no clear motive. "It's like a ghost committed this crime," Mark muttered to his partner, Lisa Gomez. 3 months passed. The case grew colder and the town whispered in fear. Then one day, a young man named David Parker, barely 20 years old, walked into the police station. Nervous and shaking, he said, "I know what happened to Rachel Green." Mark and Lisa sat him down, skeptical but intrigued. David revealed he was near Rachel's house the night she died. He was afraid to come forward earlier because he had been trespassing in the nearby woods, a place known for illegal activities. David claimed he had seen a man leaving Rachel's house around midnight. He was tall, wearing a hood. He seemed to be carrying something, David explained. But it wasn't just what David saw, it was what he heard. As David hid in the shadows, he overheard the man on a phone call. "She knew too much. It had to be done. Meet me at the cabin." David's testimony led Mark and Lisa to investigate the cabin. After days of combing the area, they discovered an abandoned hunting lodge deep in the woods. Inside, they found chilling evidence: a burner phone, blood-stained gloves, and Rachel's missing necklace. Through forensic analysis, they traced the burner phone to a man named Daniel Carter, a prominent real estate developer in the town. Daniel had no criminal record, but his business dealings were shady. Rumors suggested he had ties to illegal land deals and blackmail. When confronted, Daniel denied everything. "I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been to that cabin," he insisted. But as the investigation deepened, a shocking twist emerged. Rachel had been researching land ownership records for her student's project and stumbled upon fraudulent activities connected to Daniel. Rachel had unknowingly uncovered a multi-million-dollar scheme. Emails retrieved from her laptop revealed she had confronted Daniel a week before her murder, threatening to expose him if he didn't come clean. With mounting evidence, Mark and Lisa obtained a warrant for Daniel's arrest. But when they arrived at his home, he was gone. A tense manhunt ensued, with the FBI stepping in. Daniel was eventually tracked down at an airport, attempting to flee the country. During his interrogation, Daniel finally broke. "It wasn't supposed to go this far. I just wanted to scare her," he confessed. But his accomplice, a hired enforcer, had taken things too far. David Parker's testimony became the centerpiece of the trial. Despite threats and fear, he courageously stood in court and recounted what he saw and heard that fateful night. His chilling words painted a vivid picture for the jury. She begged for her life, but they didn't stop. The courtroom was silent as Rachel's family wept. The jury deliberated for only 2 hours before delivering their verdict: guilty. Daniel Carter was sentenced to life in prison without parole. David Parker, once an ordinary young man, became a hero in Maplewood. His courage not only brought justice for Rachel, but also revealed the dark underbelly of corruption in their seemingly perfect town. As the camera pans out, the narrator's voice up-echoes. In a world where silence often prevails, one voice, no matter how small, can change everything. This was the chilling testimony that turned darkness into light and brought justice to a grieving family.